All right, guys, welcome to this evening's webinar. Got some great information that we're going to be covering this evening, a lot of information with regard to specifically lead generation for your FES business. And it just so happens if you are in another ancillary business, maybe if you are a real estate agent, maybe if you're a real estate investor, maybe if you do taxes or whatever other business that you have, you can incorporate this strategy, this marketing strategy for all of your businesses. So certainly we want to make sure that we're marketing our FES business at the highest level to create as much exposure as we can. And again, using these strategies is something that can help with that. For those of you that do want to increase your game or raise the level of your game in terms of your online exposure. So CJ Boston is with us today, and he's going to be going through a presentation. And but before we get into that, I just want to, I'm sure that there are perhaps some people that are on this webinar that are not necessarily familiar with the Financial Empowerment Network. So I wanted to kind of go through a quick overview of that to give you some history and how we use the site and some of the opportunities that we have coming up. But this is the financialempowermentnetwork.com website. And this website was put together originally back in 2011. Looked a lot different then than it does today. And the whole purpose was to create something that the team could use to generate leads, primarily generate leads through the internet and through social media, through all the different channels that are available online. Secondly, to create exposure for you, for yourself and your business. And so this is where we are today, and that's what this site is for. This is a lead generation website for your business. Now, when you become a member, so if you already, I'm sure that there are people that are on the webinar that are already members and perhaps are using the capture pages. But when you become a member, you're going to have access to lead pages that are included in the site that will allow you to capture leads, generate leads through the internet, through a lot of different platforms. And one of the things that we're going to be doing, and this evening we're going to talk about that a little bit, is we're going to be showing you how you can generate leads with these landing pages. In other words, bring people to them so that they sign up. And just to give you an example of one of the landing pages that we've created, and this is for the business opportunity itself. It's taken a minute to load because I've got the webinar software running as well. But this page here is a capture page for the business opportunity. And there's a sign-up form on here. As a member of of FEN of this website, you have access to be able to use this site to drive traffic or to generate leads for your FES business, okay? And somebody fills out the form, you get that lead, and then that gets transferred. The next step is that they go directly to your FES affiliate website to fill out an application. But we're not going to get into a lot of detail with regard today on that piece so much, but I just wanted to help you to understand what it is that the site does. Now, one of the things that we're going to be doing here, and there's a lot of features on this site that we can use and a lot of things that we're going to be doing to generate leads for everybody. So, for example, one of the things is here where it says join the FEN team. We're going to have, and it says click here. We're going to have that set up so that goes to a capture page where somebody can input, see a video, and input their information, and then have those leads randomly be distributed amongst the team, amongst the people that are members on the site. So it's a way, again, so that as we're bringing traffic to the site, it's creating an opportunity for somebody to become a lead very easily, just through either through paid traffic or through organic traffic, where somebody's just out there searching around on the internet for an opportunity or solution. So those are some of the things that we're going to be doing. There's a lot of other stuff that as we go through this information. One thing, there's a lot of information. Don't be overwhelmed. We're going to create trainings for everything that we do to make it easier for you to be able to incorporate and do some of the things that we're talking about. There's going to be some initial setup that's involved in some of the things that we're going to be doing. And the cool thing is once you get the setup done, that's done. It's out of the way. So the initial phase for you in terms of some of the things that, CJ is going to be talking about here in a minute is going to require some effort on your part to get it set up. It doesn't take long, but you have to get it set up. And again, the cool thing is once you do get it set up, it's there forever, basically, okay? And then it just becomes a matter of feeding information into it, into a single location, if you will. And then it becomes very easy at that point, okay? But you got to go through and be willing to do the setup, because that's what's required in order for you to be able to get the best or the highest exposure, to create the potential for you to be able to get leads through the internet. So, and again, the good news is we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to have training webinars. We're going to have training calls. We're going to walk you through. There's going to be videos and webinars that are recorded. So it's not something that you can't do if this is something that you want to do, if you want to market yourself online. We're going to have all of the resources for you to be able to do that, okay, and teach you how to do that. All right, so with that being said, I think, CJ, I'm going to unmute the line for a minute. Hopefully you can hear me. CJ, are you there? Yeah. Okay, cool. You're a little bit muffled for me, but I'm going to make the introduction. I'm going to let you go through the PowerPoint, and I'm going to turn over presenter to you in just a second. So, folks, we've got CJ Boston is with us, and I've known CJ, my gosh, I think we met back in 2000 through an online internet marketing platform that had been developed in the mid-90s, and CJ was a part of that organization, or part of that group, and had been with them for years already, so he's got an extensive background in marketing and understands this stuff at a very high level, and really is a great support for us in terms of helping to keep the site up and just technical stuff that we get, technical challenges that we get into that are over my head. And again, with this being a free, and there's one last thing I want to touch on here, with this being a free site for everybody to use, we have invested a lot of time. There are paid features that we paid for, that I paid for, and CJ contributed out of our pockets to make this all possible, this site possible for everybody to use. And, the time that's involved with it as well. So it's been something that, again, it was something we wanted to put together that the team was able to use. But, I was online. I was having a conversation with an agent yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about the different systems that are available out there on the internet for people to use to market themselves, okay, the different systems that are available. And, I wanted to bring some of those up just to show you, what it is, what we have here that is free for you to use. There are systems out there. This is a great system. It's called CP Conversion Pros. Capture pages. It has a lot of cool features to it. It's $50 a month. It's $1 for your first month, and then it's $50 a month thereafter for every month. Okay. Then you've got ClickFunnels. I know people that are using ClickFunnels to create what we have available for you for free on the FEN website. $97 a month. If you want to do the upgraded program, it's $297 a month. Okay. Then you've got some of these other systems that are out there. This one here, has a lot. All of the things that you see here on these other programs, we pretty much have, or have the things that are important to use as part of the site in terms of the capture pages, in terms of integrating autoresponders perhaps, in terms of rotation links, things that can create a lot of leads for us, in terms of the co-op marketing and the group working together to create traffic for the site so that people can receive random leads for the site, okay? So we have, this is a syndication tool that I use for any posts that are created in the blog site to send out to, 33 other channels. So, and it has your links in it. It has the rotating links in there, so if somebody comes through there and sees that information, they can become a lead, not just for me, for you. The site's to generate leads for everybody, okay? And if we all participate and we do it, go through the process again of getting everything set up and participate just a little bit, we can create a lot. So I just wanted to show you, again, this is something that's free for the team to use, and you pay a lot of money for these types of systems. So keep that in mind in terms of this being available for you as a resource. Sometimes when we don't pay for things, we kind of like it kind of like falls to the wayside because we don't put a lot of value in it. I want you to understand the value that we have in the system, again, as a free source. All right, with that being said, I'm going to bring CJ up so that he can go through the presentation. Again, I've known CJ for a very long time. Has a tremendous amount of knowledge with regard to internet, online marketing, and that type of thing. And we got some great stuff that we're going to be rolling out here moving forward to share with you and help you with, again, creating a lot of exposure for yourself online. CJ, can you still hear me? It's all here. CJ, Kim. Okay, perfect. Yeah, everybody's good. All right, CJ, let's rock.
Okay, I want to do a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about here tonight. First thing, this is not even in order, but we're going to talk about a 10-day cold calling boot camp, and that's going to have a 2-day prep, so it's going to actually turn out to be about 12 days. There are a lot of people who are just terrified of picking up the phone. In our business, we have to get very comfortable speaking on people on a regular basis in a knowledgeable way where we're self-confident that what we're saying is correct and knowledgeable. So we're going to hold a 10-day boot camp, and we're looking to do that, if not the beginning of September, but definitely by the beginning of October. We also want to build a brand building syndication system so that you can begin getting your name out there, and we're going to provide the material, the fodder for you to build on so that you can get everything out there and still generate leads through our FEN site. We want to discuss the power of autoresponders tonight. A lot of people don't understand the importance there is within sending follow-up messages, and we just want to hammer in the necessity of them. Mark showed you one of the new capture pages, and I want to discuss those briefly. We're going to do some Facebook ad testing, and after we have the ads ready to run, we'll do the training on how you guys can run them for yourselves. Mark is going to start doing a monthly FES State of the Union. There's a lot of changes, and he's going to go through them. And we're going to teach you how to build your own. Can you hear me, Mark?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I was just kicked out for some reason.
Yep.
We're going to do your own. We're going to show you how to build your own WP WordPress site, and we're going to talk about the co-ops that we have running, and then we'll do a brief Q&A. Next slide. Okay, as I said, there's been a few changes in the compensation and the products. We want to start holding a monthly call or webinar to help you build stronger teams and maximize your CAT bonuses. Right now, there may be a little confusion on exactly how to get the most out of everything right now. And Mark he's on the leadership team and all those things, so he has very good insight on what we need to do to make all these things happen and we all be successful. We're working on a one sheet. That's the top 10 questions or objections that we get and how we can answer them. Most of the times people tell us things, it's pretty much the same. We always get the same questions, same answers. So if we can come up with a sheet to have you prepared for those answers to hook them the correct way, you'll be better off, and that's what we're working on. Mark is going to help find and take advantage of all the money holes to see how we can maximize everything coming. Is there anything else you want to say about that State of the Union, Mark?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I think we just want to, right now, like CJ said, there's a lot of things that are moving, and we want to make sure that we get everybody plugged into all the trainings that are happening and coming up. So that's something that we're going to be talking about. So yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. Next slide. Okay. We're talking about branding and syndication. We're talking about being able to get your message out in a personalized way. Everyone, we're all building our own businesses, although we are part of the FEN network. We are part of FES, but we're all building our own businesses. And at the end of the day, it's people buy you, they don't buy products. So we wanted to get you out there in a way that it's easy for you to promote. We've asked you guys to write for the blog, to help you guys out and get your message out there, and a few took advantage of it. So we wanted to come up with an easier way to make it happen for you guys. We will show you how to post your content that we actually give you, and you just modify slightly to multiple properties with a push a button, and it's all free. This syndication system that we're going to be creating will be broken down into several trainings. These trainings will also be turned into capture pages to help you generate leads. So as we do a training, then a new capture page will come out on one or two, depending on how many things we cover in that training, will come out, and it will actually be trainings on, maybe the capture page may be learn how to properly set up your Facebook fan page for network marketing or to build your home business. And it will be the trainings that we did. So everything we do here now will become, now will have multiple uses. So you'll sit through a training, and then it'll be a property of yours that you can go out there and market and generate more leads to. Next slide.
Yeah, and before we go to the next one, and the other thing is, guys, I know that we have a lot of real estate agents, we have a lot of tax professionals, we have mortgage professionals, we have people that have other businesses that are in other businesses, and so again, remember that this is something that you can as well utilize, as long as it's a feeder business, if you will. I mean, and it doesn't even have to be that. I mean, regardless of what business you're in, if you have your own business that you own, this is a system that you can use to promote that business as well, alongside your FES business, So just keep that in mind.
Okay, next slide.
I'm there.
Are we there? Okay. Wait. Right. Now, some of the syndication trainings we're going to have is creating a Google account properly. Now, some guys, I thought everyone had a Google account at this time, but it's come to my attention that some people don't. So we'll teach you how to create one and set it up properly. We're going to teach you how to create a Facebook fan page. Fan page is very important these days because there are 1 billion people on Facebook. And if you're able to tap into that market and brand yourself there and start gathering leads and followers there, it's going to have a great impact. We're going to teach you how to create a Twitter account. Or Twitter is another platform, even though no one knows what it actually does, but there's a lot of people up there. And if you're able to send a message automatically, we're not talking about each one of these properties separately. We're talking about being able to press a button and send them out all. WordPress.com. It's different than a hosted WordPress. It's the free version that WordPress itself gives you, and you can use it as a normal website. It'll teach you how to create a blogger. That's actually another Google property, and it's available to you once you create a Google account. We'll just show you how to set it up properly. We'll show you how to create a Tumblr. That's another powerful Web 2.0 property with a lot of in-house readers. So as you begin syndicating your information there are readers on Tumblr directly that are also going to find your message. We're going to teach you curation training. Curation is we're going to provide you with the articles, and you take a snippet of the article. You write a brief intro to it, a brief outro to it. That's the very basic point of it. You can add a video and an image to spruce it up. But in the image, in the snippet from the FEN site, you can add your own URL. So we're going to teach you how to correctly create FEN links so that when someone clicks it, they cookie to you, and anything on that site they do belongs to you. We're going to show you how to set up the complete syndication system. Now, all of this stuff, honestly, I know how to do it, so I can say it will take you 20 minutes to do it in complete to set up the whole system, but we're going to break it down just in case someone else needs more in-depth, because signing up for one account is basically the same for all the accounts. We're going to show you how to create and keep a curation sheet, so you know what articles you did, you know what link, and you know when you posted it, so that you don't get caught up posting duplicate content on whatever you do. We're going to show you how to create a syndication sheet. So this is going to have all the properties you created, all the logins, and all of the external feeds that it might have. Okay, next slide.
Yeah, before we go to the next one here, guys, I mean, like CJ said, I mean, when I look at this list, I say, okay, maybe 30 minutes at the most, and it's going to take some people a little bit longer, and that's okay, because some people have, like, no experience on a computer. Some people have a lot of experience on a computer, but we're going to create, little training videos to show you how to do that, and actually walk through and set up dummy accounts so that you can see how that's done. And, same thing with the curation. It's a very simple process, very simple way for you to create content, because everybody always says, well, what do I write about? I don't know what to write about. Well, guess what? Now you don't have to, pretty much. Okay? So it's going to be easy. And really, I mean, we don't want this to be something that, takes a lot of time. So we know how to do this and make it very simple, again, once everything is set up.
Okay, 10-day cold calling boot camp. Now, I know myself, I have a serious aversion to picking up the phone. The phone may be such a small object, but a lot of us get scared and we just don't do it. But our business is on the phone. Our business is in communication. So we need to do a boot camp to give those who are sitting on the fence of whether they should pick up the phone or whether they have the knowledge to communicate properly to prospects. We need to get them the training, the proper training, so that they're comfortable going out there and delivering a message. So we're going to stop being scared of calling. Many of us are. We're going to run a boot camp consisting of 2 days prep, and I didn't even think of it until I spoke to Mark earlier, to learn the scripts and all those other things that we're going to use in these calls, and then 10 days of making 10 calls a day. That's 100 calls in 10 days. We've located a source of 100 leads for under $20. Now, these aren't the most responsive leads, but right now we don't care about that. We care about getting you fresh ears to hear your message and for you to practice on. So instead of bothering your cousins, your neighbors, and your frats or sorrows with your message, these are all strangers who you don't really care if they don't like you tomorrow. You're not worried about their opinion of you, or they thinking, oh, John is always coming here trying to sell us something or anything like that. These are people that you can cut your teeth on. Now, we did a co-op recently And those co-ops were high-quality leads. These are not the same type of leads, so I don't want anyone to say, oh, why couldn't we just use those leads? These are not those type of leads. These are the leads that we're just using for you to earn your rank on. So when you pick up that phone, you know what to say, how to say it. You've dealt with objections, you've dealt with questions, and you're no longer scared. We were going to hold daily calls, and we would like you to submit your call list every day for accountability. It's time to break loose from all the fear that we're holding on, and this is what we're going to use to take our team to the next level. Even the newbies coming in can do this because it's not something that breaks the bank, nor is it vital to your existence. The training's vital, but these people here, you have to get used to thinking of them as just, you got to go through a certain amount of no's to get a yes. And
absolutely,
we can do that. Get Mark.
Absolutely, and I want to reemphasize that this is a great way to get comfortable with talking with people. Now, it doesn't mean that, I expect to close some of these leads myself personally. Okay. So, 100 leads for under $20 is a great way to get your spiel down, practice on some people. These are all people that have, are looking for a business opportunity, all right? The lead may be older, or it may have been contacted a number of times. Who cares? If I can get somebody to have a conversation with, it's just another way, first off, to sharpen your skills so that when you do get into some of the other leads that we have, for example, I did some three-way phone calls, or a three-way phone call with one of the gentlemen that's participating in our other lead co-op, and those are higher quality leads, and he's getting a high response rate back from them. So people are responding. And so this would be a great way to get warmed up, if you will, before you get into some of those higher quality leads, okay? So anyway, just wanted to add that. And certainly there's people out there that aren't afraid to talk to anybody, and that's cool too. And if you're that person, great. We can get some of the higher quality leads that we're going to be working with. But again, for the newer people and just to get yourself started, it's a great way to do it. So, all right, CJ, I'm going to go to the next slide.
Okay. Okay, as Mark just said, we had some co-ops that we've been running with some high-quality leads. And as he just said, he's spoken to someone this week who said that he was getting over 60% responsiveness. Now, Mark can go into that better than I can. Mark?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's those are great numbers. Whenever you can call 10 people and 6 of them say, yeah, send me the information, and they're willing to give you out their email address so that you can send it to them, and schedule a follow-up. That's a great. Those are awesome numbers, man. I'd do that all day long. So so that's what's available. But again, the previous when we're talking about the co-op is kind of the previous one is a warm-up, if you will, to get people prepared to be able to do that so they know what to say and how to create the three-way phone calls, that type of thing. So if you're that seasoned vet and you're participating in this is a great way. If you have new agents that come on board, put them into this here so that we can get them some leads, get them making some phone calls, and get them dialed in so that they have an opportunity to, be successful with their business. So we just got to, teach people to do that. All right, CJ.
Okay, new capture pages. We've created some new capture pages, but for all capture pages, we should all be posting into 5 groups a day. Now, it doesn't take a lot of time. We can do that in 2 minutes, post into 5 groups. We have to get in a habit of just posting and putting that content out there to get the people coming in and signing into our capture pages. So it may take, every 5 days you may get a lead, but that's still a lead. That's still someone for you to contact, and you can possibly enroll into your business. Now, we have created 2 new ones, and these 2 new ones that we've created will end up on your actual FES application page. We have it so that one ends up on your business page, and the other fault capture form ends up on your protection plan. So on top of you receiving the person's name, email, and phone number, they also have a chance to get involved with either the business or the protection plan immediately without you ever talking to them. So the flow works as they sign up to a capture page, they're taken to a video. The video has a call to action to where if they press the button, it goes directly to your application page. Now, this new set of capture pages will also have Aweber activated so that you can create leads on your own list. That means it has nothing to do. They will also appear in FEN, but these are a list that you own completely to yourself. Now, we are currently working on a free autoresponder, which is MailChimp, to see if we can integrate that with that, because I know some have the, don't want to create another build type of thing, and I agree with them. So we're working on to see how we have this MailChimp integrated. Now, if you have an autoresponder, including these capture pages, it will allow you to create personalized documents that we'll show you how to create and attach to your autoresponder and your information in a personalized follow-up series. So instead of a generic follow-up series that might come out from FEN that basically says, thank you, FEN, and they say, thank you, John, or thank you, Wendy, with your contact information at the end of every email. And that's one of the importance of an autoresponder. You can go to the next slide. The power of autoresponders. Autoresponders will allow you to automatically send follow-up emails. It takes 7 contacts for a customer. It says it takes up to 7 contacts for a customer to buy. Most people only make 3 or 4. So the point of an autoresponder is to create those automatic contacts so that we have a greater chance of connecting with these people. An autoresponder puts you ahead of most marketers because we have the follow-up emails already ready for you. We have the 7 emails already ready. It will also open up to a more intimate sales cycle. So as I said on the last slide, you'll be able to put your picture in your own autoresponder series, spruce it up, your name, your email. So it's not just coming from the FEN team or FBS or however we choose to leave the generic one. So you have people who have a chance to call you directly from the emails, to click through and go to a capture page or any of those things that we'll provide for you. So you're going to get complete emails that only take your personalization and they become yours. The emails will have links to your FEN content. As I said in the syndication before, that you can create FEN links that have your ID on them, and they will automatically cookie everything going on in that site for that visitor. So we can send them to an article. We don't have to do selling in the email. We can send them to an article, in the article with a call to action. And that call to action can take them to an application page, a training video, but either way, all that stuff will have that person directly related to you. An autoresponder can also be connected to Facebook lead gen ads. As I said in the overview, we're going to be testing ads. And lead gen ads can also build your leads for very, very cheap. And they can belong to you again. Directly push them to your autoresponder. So all of the signups are yours, and they receive your information series again automatically. Next slide. Okay. We're testing Facebook ads, and after that we'll be doing some training on them. The upcoming month we're going to begin those lead gen ads connected to our Awebers so that the leads come directly to us. These ads will be used to generate free bonus leads for the team. So this site gives us the ability to reward people for generating traffic, for generating subscribers. We can reward them with free leads, free traffic. And that's what we're going to use the Facebook ads to start generating for the team. Now, yes,
CJ, I'm wondering, does everybody understand what it means when he says it cookies you to the site or it creates a cookie to the site, and maybe, because what I want people to understand is that everything that we're doing, the more activity, the more you refer traffic to the site, whether it be through posting a blog or posting a capture page or posting the site itself or through the ads that we're doing. When somebody comes to the site through your information, they're now attached to you. If they come back and do something else, it's automatically going to take them to you. So people could essentially become a lead for you just by following your information back to the site. You guys understand the power of that? Because if they come back, and they do something, they're going to be yours. I mean, this is again, I want you guys to understand what we have here. And it's just, some things were released recently that, I called CJ and I says, man, this is huge, what we can do with this, with the team. So, I'm sorry, go ahead, CJ.
No problem. And the last thing with that FB training is that after we have the lead gen ads working to our satisfaction, we're going to turn around and show you exactly what we did and how you can do them for your own self. So not only will you have the lead generation coming through FEN, but you'll have the ability to generate your own leads at your own will. Next slide. Okay. My own personal self-hosted, I have my own hosting WordPress site, is old and horrible. And it just hasn't been producing leads as it used to. So I have to go through the process anyway of recreating it, rebranding it, and putting it back out there. So what I was going to do is probably about November, I'm going to start doing an over-the-shoulder look on exactly what I'm doing and describe why I'm doing those things. So at this point, all the syndication training, all the FB ads, all those things that we've done up to that point, we'll be able to implement into a website for whoever chooses. It's not mandatory. And whoever chooses will be able to implement and create another lead gen source for us all, something to funnel more and more leads and more success to what we're trying to do. Because at the end of the day, it's about building your success, building your teams, and making you more money and improving every day. Anything you have to say, Mark, or can we move? Hello, Mark?
Yep. Yeah, so, yeah, guys, I mean, again, it's incredible what we can do with this, and it's a huge opportunity. Again, I want you guys to understand the value of what's happening here. I mean, this stuff here, when I started marketing online back in early 2000, and then, over the years, I just spent a lot of money on learning how to do different things on the internet, learning how to market myself, basically. There's different tools that CJ was involved in, and then different groups that I was involved with, and so we've got all of this information now that we've put together, comprised over the last really 16 years that we're going to be sharing with you guys and helping you, and again, make it easy. We want to keep it simple. Certainly, I mean, some of the stuff can get really, involved and time-consuming, and we don't want to do that because that's not the purpose. Again, this is stuff that we can get everything set up, get it running, have it set up so that it's generating leads while you're out doing your other marketing, while you're out talking to people, or while you're out meeting people. So it's just in addition to, and if you do it the right way and set it up correctly, it'll generate leads for you pretty much with very minimal effort put in. So next slide, CJ.
Yeah, we should be at the end.
Okay, cool. All right, so anybody have any questions? You guys excited about this? I mean, give me some feedback. What do you guys think? Awesome. Cool, Daphne. Yes, absolutely. Any specific questions on anything? So I know we went through, like I said in the beginning, we went over a lot of information. Some of the stuff, you know, you may not understand. And Kim, that's totally cool. We're going to help you. We're going to help you get started. We're going to help you get this going. And that's going to be the very next step here. And I'm going to be talking with CJ about the next step that we're going to be taking here in order to help everybody get set up here. Like I said, we're going to be creating some videos. We're going to be having some more webinars and, you know, get everybody going. So any questions on anything? You're welcome. All right, guys. CJ, any final thoughts? You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, everybody. You guys have an awesome evening. And, yes, it is recorded. I'm going to send this out to everybody for those that weren't able to attend. And then just be on the lookout for the next piece of information coming out and to get everything started. All right? Appreciate it, Daphne. All right, Sheila. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good night, Myra. Good night. All right, talk to you guys later. Thanks, CJ.
No problem.
Good night, Rick.